Hi, everyone. We are live at the Paste Studio in New York right now with Sara Gazarek. Sara, thank you for being here so much. We are about to share your music with the internet right now. We're hearing 3 songs off of Thirsty Ghost today, which is, congratulations to you. It's nominated Best Jazz Vocal Album right now for the Grammys. It's coming up in real soon, next week or the week after, and for Best Arrangements, Instruments, and Vocals as well. So congratulations on that, and we would love to hear some music from that album.
Cool. Never, never will I marry. Never, never will I wed. Born to wander solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, never, never will I marry. Born to wander till I'm dead. No burden left to bear, no cash and not care, no memories to mourn, no turning for. I was born to wander solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, never, never will I marry. Born to wander till no burden left to bear, no cash and not care, no memories to mourn, no turning for. I was born to wander solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, never, never will I marry. Born to wander till Yes, dude.
Yeah. Nice. That sounds great. Thank you, everybody. It sounds outstanding. Sara, can you introduce us to everybody who is playing here today?
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to be joined by 2 of the members of the original recording of Thirsty Ghost. This is from Chicago, the one and only Stu Mindeman, who helped do a lot
Welcome
of the
back, Stu.
arrangements. And awesome. And then Christian Human on the drums, who also, I think, welcome back.
Yep.
He was
Welcome
here with
back,
Jacob
Christian.
Collier
Thanks for
a little
coming.
bit ago. And then this is my friend Matt Aronoff, who's one of my favorite bassists in the world. And we're so lucky that he is in New York City. Matt Aronoff on the bass.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Can we talk a little more about the production of this album? So it was self-released, self-produced. Can you talk about the decisions to do it that way, as opposed to work with an outside producer? Talk about why you decided to take on that probably, I would imagine, a massive amount of extra work on your own shoulders, but I would imagine also a greater sense of accomplishment and control when you're doing everything yourself. What was that like doing the whole thing?
Well, I'm sure Stu can remember, I think like 3 years ago, we hopped on the phone just to explore what it would feel like to collaborate together. And I set out really ultimately looking to see what it would feel like to make music with new people, because I've been working with the same band and the same collaborators for a while, delightedly so. But I'd reached a point in my life where I wanted to know that when I went into a musical collaboration that I was representing exactly what I wanted emotionally and could articulate those things clearly to somebody. And I think our first conversation really was just like about poetry. And it was so fun, and ended up flying to Chicago to explore repertoire that spoke to very specific experiences and things that I was going through at that time in my life. And there was no idea or like concept at the end of the road to do a record. It was really just like, let's explore what it feels like to create new sounds and make music with new people. And the next year and a half or 2 years was really just that. The record is like a truly beautifully authentic representation of like a very specific story at a very particular time in my life, and musically represents what it felt like to walk into a room with a new collaborator and be able to articulate musically and emotionally what I was looking for in the music, and to sit down and try to make those things come to life. And it just so happened, a year and a half in, that much like any story, there was an obvious like beginning, middle, and an end. And the music was so special that, and the collaborators that I had been working with all were part of the performance, that it almost felt like we would be inviting a new band member after the story had been told, right? And so while my name is like, produced by Sara Gazarek, a lot of these songs were like created, conceptualized with other people. We just didn't invite another like person to come in and say, I don't like that arrangement, because it felt like we had already kind of created it. It just meant that when we were in the studio, that, there were a lot of different folks that had different thoughts or things. And I was the one that had to be like stamp of approval,
Yeah. Nice. Well, that sounds like about the most organic way in which that decision could have been arrived at. So it sounds like a great experience. I'm enjoying the album, and clearly the world is as well. Congratulations again on the 2 Grammy nominations, and best of luck on those. And there's more music. We're going to hear 2 more songs from Thirsty Ghost. What's coming up next today?
We're going to do an arrangement of a really well-known jazz standard that I first came to through the music of the great Nancy Wilson. And the thing that I love about what Stu and I were able to come up with is that I feel like it is a departure enough away from that really iconic recording that it feels more like this declarative statement that doesn't have a period at the end of it. And that was what I was looking for, was like, at this moment in time, I never want to get married because I'm on this path where I want to focus on my music and my friendships. And that's the priority. But like, a year and a half later, here's the gold thing on my finger, things change. Yep. So it was less of a declaration and more like a party. And that was, I think, what we were able to capture on the record. So this is Never Will I Marry. Right. We just did that. Never mind. Stu looked at me like, okay, opposite. This is the one that received the Grammy nomination. This is Jolene, arranged by Jeff Keezer. And similarly, I wrote Jeff and was like, I want to do this song Jolene because many people in the world have experienced a Jolene, and I unfortunately did as well, and wanted to, when I had one, it wasn't like a plea to her, like, please back off, as much as like I wanted to burn somebody's house down. Mm-hmm. And
like, that song has always struck me as not the reaction I would have were I in the similar situation.
Yeah. So he came back with what, like I told him, like, let's slow it down a little bit, add a little bit more muscle, a little bit more fire. And he said that to him, it feels like Trent Reznor meets Game of Thrones. So he's up for a Grammy for, as you said, best arrangement for this one. So this is Dolly Parton's Jolene.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare. With flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald gray. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about a chimney sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me. You don't know what it means to me, Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Please don't take him, even though you can. Even though you can. Beauty is beyond You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Even though you can. Even though you can. Joe, Joe,
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you for coming here and doing this. This is the last session of the week, so thank you for sending us off to the weekend in the right way.
Cool.
It sounds great. Can you tell us what's coming up for you in the very near future? I know you're at Birdland. There's a number of shows. They're all up at saragazarek.com. What does the live show look like? Is this similar to what's going to happen at Birdland? Is it a different arrangement, or what'll people see tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, we're going to be performing with this rhythm section, but we also have a really stellar horn section that's going to be joining us too. We have 3 horns on the record, and are going to be joined by 3 of New York's finest horn players as well. So we're going to be playing songs from Thirsty Ghost. And then shortly after that, I head back to USC. I'm on faculty at the University of Southern California in the Jazz Studies program. And somehow I'm going to juggle that and Grammy prep stuff. And then lots
At least
more
the
music.
Grammys are in are not in New York this year.
That's right. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are in
that'll
Los
make it a
Angeles.
little bit easier.
So that helps. But I have a vocal group that I've just started that's for women named Sage, called Sage. That's for incredibly talented young female jazz singers. And we just launched that last week. Had our first performance at the Jazz Education Network convention. It was so fun and so great. So we're going to be exploring that and just more shows with my group, and probably within the next year starting to think about the next record.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, good. And is that also what's happening? The last one that I saw was the Gold Company Jazz Fest in Kalamazoo on March 27th. Was the last one on the website? What is that? Is that with?
That's with the vocal quartet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sage.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Well,
if people are curious about that, it's just Sage, Saje Voices on Instagram.
sweet. Well, travel safely between all those dates and enjoy all of them. And we appreciate you bringing the music here. There's more of it. You're gonna play a third song off of Thirsty Ghost. Can you tell us what's coming up last today?
Yeah, so this song is a tune that I'd wanted to write lyrics to for a while, but nothing, like I sat down maybe 4 or 5 times and nothing came. And when we were headed into the studio to make Thirsty Ghost, I realized that the story wasn't finished, right? That like there were a number of songs about the heartache and the growth that I had been exploring and trying to kind of heal, but there was a really obvious lesson that had been learned. Essentially, was that facing, like embracing a life that is only like existing in this space of happiness and lightness was actually preventing me, and I guess anybody, from truly experiencing like joy and love and delight. You have to kind of embrace the entire spectrum of the human emotion and the human experience. And it was only when I finally, turned towards the kind of like darker, more human emotions, then I actually could really truly experience love and intimacy and joy. So this is a Brad Meldau song, and he so graciously allowed me to set it to lyric. And on the record, it features Stu and my friend Kurt Elling. Kurt was the one who introduced me to Stu, and a poem in the middle that we set to music with a lyric that I wrote for him. So this was originally titled When It Rains, when Brad Meldau released it, but the new vocal title is called Distant Storm. And when the blaze in your soul is blinding, the mirage in your mind has gone, fever sky, not a cloud rolls by, you wait as the drought drags on, while the beating sun, taunting, day is never done. Thirsty ghost in a blistered dome. But if you stop waiting, stop all this debating, reciprocating, it's exhilarating, this suffocating, baiting, hesitating, creating, captivating, stimulating. A strike of light blow. Let go. A world that lives anew. Shine through. A forest never grows higher than the depths it knows. So as a distant star, be born.
some extraordinary surge of luck and lightning, miracle and mercy. The world created you, meant to be a thunderstorm. Someone had to do it, had to listen. Body up electric, forgiven, let live in life's positive, negative. Built to sing a song of night. You broke the darkness with your light, clearing dust from our eyes, intending to the skies, and wounds we all carry with us when we go. The warmth, the sunlight comes and goes, but beauty only grows when it rains. So as a distant star, be born. If you stop waiting, stop all this debating, reciprocating, it's exhilarating, this suffocating, baiting, hesitating, creating, captivating, stimulating. A strike of light below. Let go. A world that lives anew. Shine through. So let the storm in your soul be blinding. All the fevers have come and gone. Heart to sky, watch the clouds roll by. Give in to that glistening dawn, and let the beating sun promise day is never done, and we'll dance as the ghosts move on.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. This
Thank
sounded
you.
great. Thanks for bringing the music here. That was 3 songs off Thirsty Ghost, which is nominated right now for the Best Jazz Vocal Album and for Best Arrangements, Instruments, and Vocals at the upcoming Grammys. So congratulations. Best of
you.
luck on it. Thanks for the music today. Have a great show at Birdland tomorrow
so
and
much.
great many shows. Travel safely between all of them. The last one that I know about is in Kalamazoo on March 27th at the Gold Company Vocal Jazz Fest. And as dates are announced, they'll all be up at saragazarek.com. So travel safe, enjoy them, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Right.